Educator. I've been an educator since 1993. Started out in the Lang City School District, substitute teaching, and went back to school. Became a teacher in '96. Started at Dr. Martin Luther King Complex. Went back to school at Cheney University. Got my administrator's degree, because obviously you need more black teachers, but you also need more black administrators as well. I feel like I can do it a whole lot better. And became administrator at Pleasant Tech Academy Charter School in Pleasantville, New Jersey for about 5 years. That was 2001. I was lucky enough to, once I graduated, got a phone call from Ms. Bridget White to come over there. So I left Lang City, went to Pleasant Tech Academy, which was a K-8 charter school, which is a public school. Was administrator there, and then was lucky enough to get a phone call to come on once Dr. Austin went over to Pleasantville school system, because obviously he saw how, excuse the modesty, but how good I was doing, obviously, at the Pleasant Tech Academy. Allowed me to come over to Pleasantville. Therefore, I was a principal at Pleasantville High School. So I've been a principal from pre-K to 12th grade, and dealing with the politics. Imagine going from high school to pre-K. I'm recently retired. Now I'm substitute teaching in the Atlantic City School District at the Atlantic City High School. I love dealing with the older kids, because I can talk to them, and that's the reason why. I was going to do Blessed Are Those Who Struggle, but I said, listen, let me do something that's dear to my heart, even though last poets are dear to my heart. I'm going to do something called N-Words with Attitudes, the dialogue. This is a conversation that I have with young men, not every day, but at least 2-3 times a week in the school system. I'm in a special contained behavioral class, so I love to have these types of conversations with the kids. Hip-hop music, and I have the lyrics. I'm going to pass the lyrics out so you can see exactly what our kids are listening to. They come in the school system, they bring 2 things every day. They will not forget them: their cell phone and their headphones. They have a problem bringing a pencil, paper, notebook, their Chromebook, they'll leave at home, but they'll bring that cell phone and those headphones. And just imagine 7:30 in the morning, they coming in, head bobbing, nodding, and this is what they're listening to. And this is what we have to deal with in the educational system, trying to get them to want to learn, or the importance of an education. So this is one of their favorite rappers. They call D Rose. I got to keep my finger on the pulse to see and hear what they're listening to, so I can engage in the conversation. I don't like it. I tell them I don't like the N-word, and the profanity, and calling the women the B-word and the H-word, and the killing and the shooting. All that bothers me. So that's the conversation I have with them on a daily basis. So I'm going to pass the lyrics around. I'm not going to play it, but at least you can see for yourself. You have it, and this is what I do with them. When I'm with them, we normally exchange a song. I said, you give me one of your artists, I'll do my due diligence. I'll listen to them. I'll critique it. I'm gonna give you one of mine. I love old school. I raised my kids up on old school. KRS-One, Talib Kweli, Public Enemy, Paris. Back in the day, Most Def. So I give them that. Here, you listen to this. I'm gonna listen to what you have, and obviously don't listen to mine, but I definitely gotta listen to theirs. So I'm gonna pass this around, and then I'm gonna start. And also, brother, I coach as well. We do have 2 coaches. We got the head football coach here from Lang City. I coach boys basketball. Also, because I love dealing with children, I do have a African-centered male rites of passage program in Pleasantville. It deals with Lang City and Pleasantville kids. I have a young man from Martin Luther King Complex. I have 2 young men from EHT. I just started it last year. We deal with African history from ancient Egypt up until today, because you cannot start your history with slavery. So we got to let them know how great of a people they were in order to know how great of a people we can become. But this, and what I did was I just summarized it and put it in writing. So this is my conversation with them as I'm talking to them. All right. Personally, I love hip hop music, but more importantly, I love the creativity and the talented young brothers and sisters who creatively chronicle the struggles of the hood life in their lyrics and music. I love to hear the old school hip hop artists like KRS-One, Public Enemy, the Brand Nubians, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Paris. And obviously, they don't know these guys. I even I even wrote down what KRS stands for. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone, so they can understand that. And spoke to them when I was young. You know, we weren't using these terms. We weren't calling each other N-word. In fact, when I was young, you call somebody N-word, those are fighting words. Like when I was in elementary school, those were fighting words, but now obviously it's a term of endearment. However, what I do not tolerate and cannot stand is when brothers and sisters brag, glorify, and promote violence in their own neighborhood to promote record sales to make a living. And that's pretty much what these young rappers are doing. This is what, and I call them slave rappers, this is what these slave rappers are doing today. It's one thing to talk about the drugs, crime, and the violence in your community, but when you start bragging, glorifying, and promoting it for record sales, that's where I draw the line. That's where we as a people have to draw a line. If you listen to any slave rapper song today, this is exactly what they are doing. More importantly, you can count the number of references of the N-word, selling of drugs, killing another brother, as if, you know, they're keeping it real, or, you know, you can't tell me that that's just another song. What you need to understand that there is a connection between the music that you are listening to and the violence that is going on out in your family,